Welcome to Route 124, a show produced by the Park Theatre. I'm your host, Andrea Cornelius. We're here on the bandstand in Jaffrey Common, and this is the show where we feature and discover up-and-coming musical artists, young musical artists, and just new talents from the Monadnock region and from the greater New Hampshire and New England area. And due to the coronavirus pandemic, we can't be inside and in the Park Theatre filming performances or with audience. So we're making sure that everything is safe, filming completely outside, wearing masks and distancing performers, and taking all the necessary precautions during this time. Today, we have a favorite of the Park Theatre. You've seen her on Monadnock Tonight, and you've seen her on our telethon if you tuned into that. And she's going to be performing a couple songs, and we'll have a short interview with Eve as well. So enjoy this first performance by Eve Pierce.
Hi, I'm Eve. This is God of Love. From the first day that Venus was first born from her shell, since that day every man has his odd tale to tell. They say she smiles upon lovers, then why must lovers be the saddest wretches any man ever did see? Oh God of love, have pity on me. How may I suffer this indignity? And they say love is blind. Then what's the point of loving if you can't see where you're going? And we think all love is going to be true, but the truth is I haven't loved till I met you. From the first day that Cupid was first gifted his bow, since that day every man has his own tale of woe. And when you least expect it, he'll pierce your heart and soul. Then why is it that many claim to love when they have no blood to show? Oh God of love, I know you're there. Please pluck this arrow from my heart. The weight's too much to bear. And they say love is blind. Then what's the point of loving if you can't see where you're going? And we think all love is going to be true, but the truth is I haven't loved from the first day that Psyche laid eyes upon her love. Since that day, she knew there was a God above, and she sang if love is blind, then why is it when you hold me that my eyesight's 20/20? And we think all love is going to be true, but the truth is I haven't loved till I met you. Oh, truth is I haven't loved. My name is Icarus. I flew too close to the sun, and though it burned my eyebrows off, I'd do it again just for fun. I'm a sucker for pain, but you seem to heal me. You're holding me back, but you still thrill me. And I wish that you'd just take my hand. I could lead you to the promised land. And baby, I'd be Hades, you'd be Persephone. Why can't you just come run away with me now? 'Cause I could be anything that you'll ever need. Who needs the world when I can give you my heart? So join me in the darkness and maybe stay for a little while. 'Cause you can light my crooked path with your sunshiny smile. Oh darling, please stop by. Oh darling, please come down.
well, hello, Eve. Thank you for coming on the show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Of course. So, Eve and I actually know each other. We worked together over the summer the past 2 years at the Peterborough Players, which is a regional theater not too far from here. And so Eve and I have a lot of experience working together, long hours, and I got to know Eve pretty well. And so when I first met Eve, it was apparent that she was extremely talented, but it was actually the first cabaret, I think, where she tap danced and play the ukulele and sing all at the same time, and I was like, oh, this girl is going places. So why not just first, as like an anecdote, how did you learn how to do that? Why did you do that?
Oh God, well I did it, I don't know how to, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
I did it, well one, my mother really loves that song. So she was like, you should learn this song. And I was like, okay. And she was like, you should tap dance while you play it. And I was like, okay. And I was like 16 at the time, and I did it for my high school's open mic night, essentially. We called it Grand Night. And I learned, basically, I had to learn how to play the strums, because your hand is doing an entirely different thing than your feet are doing. And you just sort of, I had to learn how to either do the same rhythm with my hand and my feet, or just deal with both being different. And it just sort of got to the point where it became like one motion in my entire body. But it just really took like weeks, like a month of working on that. I tried to like come up with another ukulele tap number a few years later, and I was like, oh yeah, this took me like a month to figure out how to make it one like fluid movement with my whole body. So it was really just like work really hard on it and pray it doesn't go wrong. And when I first did it, I was going really fast, which I had to teach myself not to do because it was just really difficult that way. So,
well, I was incredibly impressed by that. It was one of the most impressive performance things I've ever seen. But, so I obviously got to know you through like musical theater and theater in general. And you have a lot of experience with theater. Was making music always something you had wanted to do, or did you kind of fall into it after doing musical theater?
It's sort of, when I was a kid, I definitely wanted to write music, but I didn't know how to write the music and put words to it. And it got to the point where I think I was 16, and I began writing my own music. But it was through way of theater, because I began finding songs within Shakespeare plays, because I'm a huge Shakespeare nerd, and writing melodies for those with my ukulele. And then I was like, oh, now I have songs, because I've just been writing Shakespeare songs. And it got to the point where I could segue into writing my own lyrics and writing more complicated things. So it sort of happened by way of me adoring theater, but it grew into its own thing, and it's something I've always loved and wanted to do, but I didn't know I could do it until I just stumbled upon writing Shakespeare lyrics.
Well, your music is, it's so catchy and it's so interesting. The way genres of music are described these days, it gets really messy, so how would you describe your music?
Oh God, I guess I'm like folk rock. I hang out in folk rock. Sometimes I am like more like vintage rock. Sometimes I skew more into folk rock. Sometimes I skew all the way into folk punk. But I'm very folksy, I guess. I've never really been able to think about like writing a genre. It's very like I'll just write a song and be like, I don't know where this fits into the grand scheme of things, but it's a song that it exists now. So I guess I'm very folksy. You can definitely folk alternative. I'm coining it
New
if it hasn't been
genre.
coined. That sounds right. Yes.
So have you been working on anything new lately?
Oh, all the time. I've been recording album in Loud Sound Studios in Jaffrey, New Hampshire, for like the past year or so, and that had to pause because of Corona. And when it paused, I just like started writing more music. Like I kept thinking of new ideas for songs, and I was able to expand how I wrote, I started just writing like music and lyrics at the same time, but I was able to expand into writing. I started writing lyrics first, which is very funny considering I couldn't write lyrics originally. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself. I just started writing lyrics. I would just like type it into a note stock. I would hear like a sentence I liked and I would be like, I'm gonna use that. And I just started writing songs around like 3 sentences, and I would have to tie them all together. So I've been working on like a second semi-cohesive album while still preparing to finish my first, and just writing whatever I can, and writing more Shakespeare songs. I fell back into writing the Shakespeare songs. So I've been writing for all of the Rona times.
Nice. Well, that's awesome. Definitely using your time wisely. Is there a certain like specific second step in your career, or just something that you're aiming for to do next?
Oh God. I don't know. I just perform more once, we can perform again. Once we can be in places again, really just like getting things out there. I want to get more music. I want to get more of my music out there because I haven't gotten a ton of opportunities. I do have like 2 singles out, but I still have an entire catalog of songs I have to release. So I want to get those out there, and I kind of want to dip into more different kinds of writing and songwriting, and just expanding as much as I can into different fields, and maybe bringing like more like music into my theater stuff and more theater into my music stuff. Like I just want everything to cross over, ideally. That's so vague, but that's exactly what I mean. Like it's just like I want to tie everything together in a neat little bow, and sort of give people more of my stuff, give people more music.
Well, that's a great goal. Okay, ready? Current favorite song?
Cannibal Queen. I forget who it's by. Oh, I shouldn't pick that. Someone to Watch Over Me, but specifically the Frank Sinatra version.
Okay. What's the first favorite song you remember?
Oh God. The first favorite song I remember, Finnegan's Wake, specifically the Clancy Brothers version.
Okay. What's the most overrated musical annotation?
Annotation? Oh God. I'm trying to remember what annotations are, Andrea. Andrea, I haven't written sheet music in so long.
Like piano or mezzo forte or like staccato, all of those things.
Oh, geez. Oh, crescendos. Why not just simply be loud all the time?
Okay. Most underrated musical annotation.
Like triplets. Just triplets. I enjoy them a lot.
They're snazzy.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite chord?
Favorite chord? C7.
Good one. Okay. Middle of the song key changes, yes or no?
Oh, absolutely. I need to do more key changes in my songs, I think.
Playlist on shuffle or in order?
Depending on the entire vibe and point of the playlist. Sometimes this playlist has a specific goal it has to reach. Sometimes it's for a specific thing. Sometimes it is just to achieve a vibe, so then you can hit shuffle. But if it's for a specific journey you have to take, then in order. I make a lot of playlists. Can you tell?
That's a very experienced answer.
Yeah.
Okay, is the kazoo an instrument?
Absolutely. I almost brought a kazoo today, but I totally lost it.
Okay. Well, it's been fun talking to you, Eve. Do you want to leave on a joke in these trying times?
Oh, yes. Riddle me this. What do you call a sleeping bull?
What?
A bulldozer. Oh!
Okay, thanks for being here, Eve.
Thank you, Andrea. Hi, I'm Eve.
I'm Patrick.
And this is Destiny. I've learned the only rule is for love that one must be a fool. detail that we failed to miss in this wishing well, and you want your penny back. Stop lying to yourself. You're stuck with me, I'm stuck with you, and there's nothing we can do. So tell me, do you want me to want you to want me? Do you want me to want you to want me? And do you get that sinking feeling in your stomach when you see me? And do you ever think this might be destiny? Do you ever think this might be destiny? Oh, I'm aware that it's a cliche. I'm living in a romance novel anyway. At least it's consistent, and I know all the tropes. I should have known a plot device would have led us here. And it's finally clear, just call me clueless, 'cause I didn't see this coming more or less. But I can't say I'm surprised. Stop lying to yourself. You're stuck with me, I'm stuck with you, and there's nothing we can do. So tell me, do you want me to want you to want me? Do you want me to want you to want me? And do you get that sinking feeling in your stomach when you see me? And do you ever think this might be destiny? Are you still scared to be alone with me? And do you feel that rush of electricity? 'Cause it's got me thinking this might be destiny. Take it, Patrick. Cause it feels like I'm stuck with you somehow, and I have no escape. Like there's a string connecting us tight to my ribs, and if you left me it would break. And I know I'm not exactly what you had in mind, but it doesn't take much to see that we're two of a kind. Ooh. Stop lying to yourself. You're stuck with me, I'm stuck with you, and there's nothing we can do. So tell me, do you want me to want you to want me? Do you want me to want you to want me? And do you get that sinking feeling in your stomach when you see me? And do you ever think this might? Do you want me to want you to want me? And do you ever think this might be destiny?
Don't go anywhere. Route 124 on the bandstand. We'll be right back.
At Marvin, we make more than just windows and doors. We make brighter mornings, open invitations, and relaxing retreats. We make windows and doors inspired by how you live, so you're inspired to live well.
Discover Marvin at Beltates, your local Marvin retailer. Since 1898, Beltates product specialists have been offering quality building products throughout southern and central New Hampshire. Visit one of our 6 displaying locations or beltates.discovermarvin.com.
If you're an artist or a musician or someone who would like to get a little exposure for their new music, then contact us at parktv@theparktheater.org. That's parktv@theparktheater.org. We're always looking for new artists and new musicians to feature on our show. So if you're interested or you know someone who might be interested, definitely email us. We'd love to hear from you. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.